Young master, would you please tell me what you've gotten yourself into?
Nothing, Apollos. It's all because of that stone that my dad sent me.
You mean the Power Stone?
Yeah, whatever. It's brought me nothing but a lot of trouble so far.
Young master, it surely has, but that's only because you don't really understand the stone.
I understand. Like a bee to a flower, it's attracting every kook in creation.
Welcome to Draw Game. What if games could be on the TV? I'm your host, Alex Fraioli. Joining me, as always, is Octo to my puss, Ray Barnholt.
Oh, and if you think that sounds gross now, wait till we get started.
Raymond, hello to you. Today, we are discussing a video game / Japanese animation series.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Well, I wasn't done with the sentence. I was going to say, it's Power Stone.
Yes, that's right. We return to the mythical land of Canada for one more video game anime here on the show. This is certainly one of them. Are you ready? Let's talk about Power Stone, the video game. Alex, just quickly, are you familiar? Yes or no?
With Power Stone? I'm going to say yes.
Okay, fine. Power Stone, released in February or March of 1999 in the arcade by Capcom. Capsule Computers, you know them well. Or was it more like January? I think when you load the game, the arcade version, it's dated January, but whatever. It was also on Dreamcast. It came out around February also in Japan, which is kind of bewildering. An arcade game that would then be on console within a month or two. But Power Stone was on the same arcade hardware, the Naomi hardware, which was basically an arcade version of the Dreamcast. And it was an American Dreamcast launch game on 9/9/99, and that helped it really raise its profile, I think, more than I think it did in Japan. It seems to be like that. People remember it fairly fondly here, I would say.
Yeah, I know the Dreamcast version of 1 and 2 most because I had them at the bar, retro video game bar, critical hit, no longer right off the beltline. And there seems to be the same kind of multiplayer amnesia that Final Fight has, where like people would come in and want to play Final Fight 2-player and then find out, no, it's 1 player. Final Fight 2 is 2 players if you want to play that. People would sit down to play Power Stone 1 and ask for 4 controllers, and I'd have to break the news. Not you're thinking of Power Stone 2. But it's fine because I had Power Stone 2.
Yes, the first game was a one-on-one arena fighting game where characters run around in a 3D space, kind of a small little room-ish level, hitting each other with punches and kicks and then throwing stuff. And then you actually have to collect the power stones that are spawning around the area every so often. And if you collect 3 of them, you can turn into like a superhero version of your character and just unleash even more powerful attacks. That's basically the flow of that game. Obviously, a lot different from what Capcom used to make, like Street Fighter, the 2D perspective games. This was a different take. This was their move into like a different format of fighting game. They had made fighting games that were 3D polygonal ones, just not, free roaming sort of stuff like in this.
This one is all about the acquisition and display of power.
Yes, in the form of stones.
Stone, yeah. I also want to say it's funny that the word Power Stone in katakana is used in Japanese to just mean, bracelets of different rocks that confer, different bonuses. What am I trying to say? Like, I've got a Power Stone bracelet made of amethyst. That means it helps me focus at work or whatever. There's several shops like that in Osu. I have a couple. I have about a half dozen Power Stone bracelets just as accessories. I don't think they do anything. I like the way they look. They complement certain outfits that I wear.
Sure.
But yeah, Power Stones as Power Stone is a thing in Japan culturally.
And it was a thing like before the game was invented?
That I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, the first time I saw them was in the mid 2000s. So
Yeah.
maybe they've been around
Maybe.
longer than the game. Maybe not. I don't know.
That's just interesting because you're talking about bracelets, but that doesn't factor into this game really. You just are like holding these gems.
Yeah, they're basically Infinity Stones. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the game setting is kind of unique. It's set in the 19th century and with many different characters from regions all around the world, but like referential fake ones like Lundo instead of London.
I love Lundo.
You know what? Let me just play the game's intro for you, complete with the music drowning out the guy.
Oh, cool.
In the 19th century, people are strong believers of superstition and legend. Adventurers seek the world for fortune, glory, and a legendary treasure which has the power to make dreams come true. That treasure is known as the Power Stone.
Yeah, there you go.
Has the par to make dreams come true? Is this guy from Pittsburgh? Is this guy a Yinzer?
You know what? He's actually maybe. He's actually reading it better than the text on screen, which is full of misspellings.
Yinska and Parstones?
For the text is rolling on the screen, and instead of adventurers, it just says adventures.
Oh no.
So yeah, the characters are very varied. There's the English fighter pilot, the kung fu guy, the ninja girl, the Arab-ish dancer, the pirate, the weird mummy guy, and the rest. And that's basically Power Stone. Just finding different ways to beat up these people and blow each other away until you fight the final boss. And so then there was, like you said, Power Stone 2, which came out a year later, and that was 4 players instead of just 1-on-1, 2 players. So of course you got some new characters, and because it's 4 players, you got bigger levels. But I think, to me, that really made it seem more chaotic and kind of diluted. I think as like a 1-on-1 game, it was kind of honed. But you think of it this way, Power Stone 1 was made before Super Smash Brothers came out, and 2 was after. And so I feel like Capcom, there's evidence that they really wanted to capture that sort of like party game hectic energy of Smash Brothers in Power Stone 2. They're both decent for what they are. If you just want to get 4 people around and bash around in a way that's not Smash Brothers, that's fine. Go ahead. Power Stone 2 is fine. But in terms of like, I don't know, feeling unique, I think Power Stone 1 is a little bit better. But you can make up your own mind, folks. It is just recently re-released in Capcom Fighting Collection 2, both Power Stone 1 and 2, which is a collection of all their Dreamcast/Naomi-based fighting games, and highly recommended. A lot of good games on there. Definitely a reason I wanted to cover the anime ticket today. And I should also mention Power Stone 1 and 2, and a lot of those games in that collection were directed by Capcom's Hideaki Itsuno, who recently left Capcom this year for the fat Chinese paycheck.
Oh, no.
Like a lot of other famous Japanese game developers have been doing. But yeah, really quick, Alex, do you have any appreciation for Power Stone beyond that?
Only a little bit for the first one, because I want to say my friend Brad had it on the Dreamcast. Because I had a Dreamcast in high school, but it was a PSO machine for me primarily.
Oh, I see.
And then later, Grandia 2, a couple of other games maybe. But
okay.
it wasn't really in my wheelhouse because I was into Soul Calibur. I was into 3D fighters of that ilk, not necessarily arena-based. I've never been into arena-based fighters that much. Power Stone, though, I did play a few rounds of at a friend's house. And I like the aesthetic of it. I think that was my big takeaway was this is an interesting style that no one's really doing. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, the 19th century adventuring stuff. Yeah, you know what? The modern definition of arena fighter now is mostly attributed to like anime licensed games like Dragon Ball stuff, where you are flying around in humongous spaces and just blowing each other away with like minimal gameplay. But the fact that Power Stone was like in much more tighter spaces and really lent itself well to having more chaos going on moment to moment, I think is more special and more indicative of that genre than just some Dragon Ball or One Punch Man bullshit. That is what we think of arena fighters today. And I did play. I had it on Dreamcast. It was a launch game, like I said, and I did have it there, and I played it quite a bit. And I never really checked out the anime before today, so I never really bothered to check it out. I mean, it came out here around when I would have been watching anime a bit more, but I don't know. Let's talk about that anime.
Oh, right. That's why we're here.
The anime, Power Stone, same name, no funny business. It aired in Japan originally from April 3rd, 1999 to September 25th, your standard 26-episode season. This is still extremely soon after the game. I could not believe this. They must have had some faith in this franchise from the get-go or something. I don't know. We'll talk about it a little later, but it was very surprising to me that this came so soon after the other one.
Yeah, I mean, judging from the tone of the anime, I think maybe they were trying to... I mean, this was after the success of Pokemon. I think maybe there was a belief that, all right, we need an anime series to help with this video game because it worked for this one. But because it's the same kind of kid-friendly sort of world and characters, but not the same kind of game at all. But
right.
I don't know. Maybe someone just had a belief that like, oh, yeah, the video game, it's got to have an accompanying anime series. Let's get that out. Get that English done. Put it out. Hire some actors.
Yes.
Get Vancouver on the horn.
I think it was Toronto.
Toronto?
I think it's an East Coast joint.
Oh, okay. I didn't check the credits. I should have.
Yeah, I agree with you. Kind of kid friendly, and also it aired originally in Japan Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on TBS, which is prime after school before dinner time. Alex, you won't believe it. I managed to find the TV promo.
Okay.
For this. Here we go.
This is who we are, and here is what we do. What we do.
Power
Stones, Sunday mornings at 8:05 Eastern on TBS.
Now, hang on.
Yeah.
Can you vouch for the veracity of this clip?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I pulled it right off YouTube.
All right. Yeah. 8:05. Yeah. Remember when TBS used to do that 5 minutes after bullshit?
Right. I know. Right. Get it together, Tokyo Broadcasting. This anime production was produced by Studio Pierrot.
Oh, fun.
Longtime industry workhorses, just a ton of stuff you would actually recognize, like Naruto for one thing. And so, fairly high quality stuff compared to some other studios, some other things we've talked about. Character design by Tadashi Shida, who I only mention because I think they did a fairly good job adapting the character designs of the game, which weren't even normal anime style to begin with. I mean, they weren't looking like Street Fighter characters. I do think it was Akiman from Capcom, who was a longtime character designer there, who did do this, but it was like bold outlines, kind of funky looking eyes, kind of roundish characters. Looked a lot different than your typical Street Fighter anime-ish looking character. Kind of like if they were Animal Crossing characters, but Shazammed.
Right, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, the eyes look a certain way, that sort of thing. The English dub we are watching was produced by Lacey Entertainment, whose website today shows only their productions as America's Dumbest Criminals and Dinosaur King, which was an anime based on the Sega game, which was also a Naomi arcade game. So
yeah. Now hang on. I also remember seeing America's Dumbest Criminals at the arcade as well.
Man, I wouldn't doubt if they had tried to make one. I've been looking through the Sega Naomi arcade games, and there's just weird stuff out there.
Oh my God, I would love to watch an America's Dumbest Criminals anime from 1999. Where was that?
Where was that? If there's any doubt, later on, this was a Canadian dub, as we said. It was then released in North America on DVD by ADV in 2001. And then in 2002 and 2003, it also aired on Canada's kids channel, YTV. And I do have a real promo for that.
Oh.
According to legend, the bearer of the Power Stone cradles in their hands the power to destroy or create, the power to conjure darkness or bring great light, the power to make any dream come true, the power to make people laugh or cry rather hysterically. Come on, guys, don't cry. Obviously, we made the last one up. Power Stone, Saturdays at 3.
Yeah, there you go. Saturdays at 3 on YTV.
Okay, hold on.
We were just watching various clips, you know, it was just them trying,
Yeah.
cobbling together clips of different parts of the show and like talking about it.
Yeah.
Happened a lot.
What's funny though is that like that the backing music there at the beginning, I think the official name of that track is just called Ching Chong Wing Wong. And it's just it's the default that you put behind something when it's quote unquote Asian.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So it's important to mention that no one cares about this anymore. The entire thing is on YouTube in English, Japanese, multiple language dubs.
That's right.
And I did some comparisons with the Japanese version while I was taking notes on the English version.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important to note that for the English version, they replaced all of the Japanesey stuff with more Western music and sound effects even, which I'll get to later.
Yes.
So it's kind of weird that they would lead in the commercial with the very Asian sounding background music when I don't know, I feel like they were trying to present it as more Western friendly. I can't tell. I don't know what they were going for.
Well, I know you can't see the video here, but it does open with a shot of the pagoda temple or whatever.
Oh, okay.
From show, and then they kind of focus on the ninja characters in these clips.
Right.
So there's that.
Yeah, because I mean, by this time we were fully entrenched in Cool Japan and DBZ, and hey, it's anime.
Yeah, but this is old timey, so we can do the Ching Chong Wing Wong.
I guess so. All right. I feel just why would you edit it out of the show itself though and replace it with? I mean, even the intro and the closing themes they swapped out.
Yeah, and boy, do they blow. They really
they're
suck.
not great. I actually hang on. I was going to do this at the end of the show. I'll do it up top because I really like it.
Yeah.
The closing theme to the show is called Kawaii Janai by a group called Mission.
Yes, the original.
I'll just play a few seconds of it here. It sounds like it's out of Persona 3 or 4. Like, it's great. It's that kind of like, it's got that kind of late 90s, early mid 2000s J-pop vibe that I really like. And that was totally removed from the English version of the anime.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just get right into it. Let's start talking about this show, but let's start with that opening theme song.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Sure. Here we go.
It's your time to be what you're meant to be. Chance to claim your destiny. But deep inside yourself, can you pass the test? The world's a battlefield. Can you be the best of the best?
I think that's enough.
Oh, boy.
This is just what I would call bog standard 4Kids stuff. Very much trying to inspire children, I guess, by, looking deep inside yourself.
Yeah, it did inspire a generation of kids to seek out the Power Stones.
Right, yeah. Except for the realism part of, the Power Stone holds the answer.
Yeah.
Power Stone will set you free.
What does that mean? All right, I'll say this right here and now. For all 4 episodes, every time that lyric came up, I imagined a gate that read Power Stone mocked free, and it made me feel really guilty. But also, Power Stone, you put that image in my head.
Can we use that in our episode description?
Yeah,
no?
sure.
Is that too much?
Maybe a little too much.
Okay, just asking. I mean, they weren't trying. And the thing is, they didn't have to completely redo the opening theme. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hang on. I have the Japanese theme right here.
No, yeah.
Holy shit. I got next on the DDR machine.
It really is.
All right. So that's the vibe of that.
Right.
And it's considerably better, I would say. It's still very much of a time, but it's a better time.
Yeah, let's establish neither of these match the vibe of the game.
No.
Which again, as I just had you listen to.
In the 19th century, people are strong believers of superstition and legend.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I mean...
Thanks, Kevin.
It's very, orchestral, the game is, as opposed to whatever's going on in anime world. But yes, I had to take a moment to just highlight these theme songs because it was mind-blowing. So, yeah. Now we can talk about some of the actual episode content.
Yes. Okay, let's get right into this. Episode 1, The Power Stone Mystery. We opened on our protagonist. Yeah, let's get this out of the way as well. Raymond, what is Edward Falcon's name in Japanese?
Not Falcon, but Fokker. F-O-K-K-E-R.
Yes, I've got Power Stones. Greg, could you milk me?
Yeah. And this is about finding his dad, so we will, in fact, meet the Fokkers.
In a sense, yes.
Yes, in a sense.
Okay, so we open on our protagonist, Edward Falcon, in a boxing match.
Not to be confused with Edie Falco either.
In a boxing match with a brute named Lindo, Edward is knocked down, but sees an opening as Lindo is about to frog splash him from the top rope and knocks him out with one punch. This is our introduction to our character, a scrappy young boxer who's pretty good at what he does.
Get up, you bum!
So Edward returns home to a package from his father, a precious stone he is told to look after. And like at this point, it's still wrapped up in like a candy shell. I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, it's like wrapped up in paper, like trying to hide your booze bottle.
Yeah, but even like when it's taken out of the paper, it's still got like a chocolatey coating on it. I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
Edward's butler, Apollos, bursts in, begging the young master to please be responsible and visit home, but Edward kicks him out. This is classic overreacting anime butler. He and his voice is much higher in the dub. In the Japanese version, he just kind of sounds like concerned old man, and in the English dub, he's very caffeinated. I don't know,
flamboyant.
Yeah,
he is. He's unique to this anime, and he's very, let's just say, doting.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good term.
What I didn't understand, though, is why he often calls him Falcon.
I wondered that as well, and that's not how a butler addresses.
I do understand. Yes, that is how he's referred to in the game most of the time. You'll see, that's his life bar. It says Falcon. He's not called Edward all the time, but you might as well.
Yeah.
If you're the butler of the whole family.
He alternates between young master, fine, and Falcon, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like imagine Alfred calling Batman just Wayne. Not Mr. Wayne, just Wayne.
Right.
You going out tonight, Wayne? What the fuck? You're fired. Get out of here.
Yeah, right. That's a fireable offense.
Jeez. And don't tell anybody about the Batcave or me, but get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't suppose you caught that differently in Japanese, did you?
I did not. I know he does call him Botchan, which is typical of young master. Like in Suikoden, Gremio refers to the hero as Botchan as well.
Right.
But I did not catch any Falcon. I don't know, maybe. All right, so on his way out the door, Edward throws the stone to Apollos and says, "Here, you give this back to Dad." He clearly just does not want anything to do with these stones. Apollos is then accosted by two pirates called Octo and Puss. And I've mentioned this before. There was the late 90s craze of the pince-nez because Puss is wearing one on his nose. Also, he is not voiced by Maddie Blaustein, as I first suspected, the voice of Meowth, but may have been voiced by Jerry Lewis.
Here we go. More trouble than a hey! Huh? Oh, boy, that smarts are really smart.
Glaven.
Yeah, trying to do a Meowth there for sure. As was the style at the time.
Yeah, it was a very popular anime archetype. Yeah. Back in Edward's room, he and Apollos recall Dad's nursery rhyme about Power Stone. Oh yeah, sorry, I should mention Edward leaped out of there and saved Apollos' bacon. They both went back to his room. Apollo starts talking about Power Stones.
There was a nice little gag where is Octo the bigger guy?
Octo's the bigger guy, yeah.
Yeah. He like punches the wall and then can't get his hand out. I thought that was cute.
Oh,
moment.
yeah.
You don't always see that.
Good physical stuff.
Anyway, yeah, we're talking about Dad's nursery rhyme about the Power Stones or whatever.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
the clip of that.
Oh, boy.
I remember now. Stones of power.
Stones of power, stones of light, glittering gems have taken flight. A stone for darkness, a stone for pain, a stone for coming home again.
Right.
One to challenge, one to release,
I
two
got
will
it.
bring a gentle peace. Heart and soul, flesh and bone, a miracle for every stone. Your father was always fascinated by the rhyme, and he decided to unlock the mystery of the Power Stone.
All right.
That's okay. So, yeah, that's all the different flavors of stone, I guess.
Yes, exactly.
But don't they all just turn you into a goofy power version of yourself? Do they have other functions? We didn't get that far in the anime.
Yeah, it's like you got NyQuil, you got DayQuil, you got ZQuil, you got PainQuil.
Punch Quill? I don't know.
Yes. Missile Quill.
All right.
Sword Quill.
We also get a clip of Edward flashing back and remembering his dad leaving, which I also thought was kind of a funny clip.
Father! Father! Where are you going?
Oh, yeah.
I'm off to search for miracles and wonders and bring them back to you. Farewell, my son. Remember, always be brave.
I'm off to search for penny whistles and moon pies. Also a funny visual bit for me where like just Edward's dad waving with the propeller in the background read to me a lot as, "Oh yes, that idiot to slice my sandwich." I really thought something bad was going to happen, but it was fine. So the next day, I guess, Edward strikes a pose next to a statue of his hero Valgus.
Yeah. Do you think that's like Vargas?
It is
Supposed to be
almost
Vargas,
certainly
yeah.
supposed to be
Yeah.
Vargas because Valgus is not a name that a person has, and Vargas is.
Hey, I mean, I thought it was a reference to Vulgus, which was Capcom's first video game.
Oh, really?
Vulgus. Yeah. Shoot 'em up.
Well, then they should have called him Vulgus.
No, it's just a coincidence, I guess.
Yeah.
Another thing, though, yeah, you mentioned it might have been the next day or not, but also like everybody in this like cast seems to convene on what is the fake London in this game.
Yes.
When in this anime, when in the game you are more genuinely hopping around the world fighting people, but because we need to introduce everybody and get them all together in the show, it's basically all just happening around the outskirts of this London-y town.
Yeah. In the center of which there's a circus tent. There's a show going on. I think we're about to get to that. One character, Rouge, has her fortune teller tent set up. And that's who we are introduced to now is Rouge spots Edward striking a pose next to the statue of his hero.
Yeah.
She laughs at him. Oh, wait. Some fun Valgus trivia real quick. Whoever wrote his Capcom fandom wiki entry accidentally said that he's a beatboxing champion.
Okay.
Instead of just boxing.
Oh, I see. Great.
A non-fact that someone copied and pasted into the villains fandom wiki.
Right.
Because I saw this and I'm like, is this established later in the anime or in one of the games? And the only other source I found for it was the exact same text on a different wiki. So I think somebody just fucked up writing this and then it was copied.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, he's posing in front of the statue. He gets giggled at by Rouge, but hey, he's like, oh wait, I want you to look at this stone with this clicker.
I want you to look at something.
Oh. In that case, we better go inside.
And you know, I listened to this and I just had to do this after it.
I want you to look at something.
Oh. In that case, we better go inside.
It does read like that though, doesn't it? The way that
Yeah.
she responds, it's wow. All right. I want you to take a look at my power stones.
Yeah, right.
It's feels a little adult.
That's kind of Rouge's whole thing.
Yeah. He does though immediately switch to horny mode after they talk about the stone because hang on, I have a clip of her talking about the stone.
This is a very interesting stone. Name?
You kidding? Stones don't have names.
What's your name?
Oh, I see.
That's a great gag, and I love it.
Great, I don't know, but
It's my kind of gag. Let me say. Well, I mean, it's the way that Edgar sells it with the end with the.
Sure.
I see. That's what sells it to me.
That's a good read, but yeah.
Yeah. He then immediately, once they get the Power Stone out of the way, he immediately switches to horny mode.
Yeah.
I don't know why it took him so long, but so Puss the pirate sneaks into the tent to taunt Edward into chasing him. I didn't understand what was happening there. Edward complies and ends up in an alleyway.
They swipe the stone.
He didn't swipe the stone.
Oh, I thought they get it.
No.
I thought they swipe the stone and then they go chase.
No, he snuck into the tent and I guess tried to swipe the stone, and Edward said, hey, and then gave chase anyway.
Right.
Ended up in an alley surrounded by Octopus, because Octo and Puss are like hand over the stone.
Right.
So Edward finds himself surrounded by them and what I refer to as the Dwayne from Home Movies pirates, because they kind of got that hair in front of their eyes.
It's all like a bunch of clone-looking dudes who show up to ambush him.
Wearing the same clothes. Yeah. So Octo and Puss, they introduce themselves as... Hang on, I'm going to play the clip right here.
Who are you guys, anyway?
We are mean and miserable pirate scum. Together, we are Pirate Kraken's crew. The terror of the high seas.
Octo!
Puss!
That's why we're called the Evil Octopus Twins!
Meowth, that's right.
Puss, that's right. It was a pre-Pirates of the Caribbean world. We hadn't yet culturally finalized a pronunciation for Kraken, which is how we are Lord Kraken's men.
Yeah, I guess not, except, I mean, this is not the first mispronunciation in the next 5 minutes, so.
Oh yeah, there's plenty more to come.
Just a minute, we'll get to it, but yeah. But Kraken is a Power Stone character who is not introduced yet. I mean, the boss of the pirates is a character in the game, but hasn't showed up yet, and hasn't in the episodes that we watched for this. So, very strange.
Yeah, we didn't get to Kraken. I guess he's Kraken because we only watched the first 4 episodes. But yeah, more pirate stuff. I mean, look, One Piece was already around by this point. Pirates were on everyone's mind. Everybody wanted more pirates.
Yeah, but not in English.
Well, Japan did.
Okay, fine.
This is a Japanese production.
Well, if Japan jumped off a bridge, would you two do?
Yeah, I live here. I have to.
Oh, yeah.
Hashikata Tobimasu. Edward escapes.
That new prime minister.
Oh, boy. Edward escapes up a ladder and runs across rooftops. He sees a circus tent and says, hey, what's that? It's very obviously a circus tent. We cut to
right.
Ayame and Kikunojo in the tent performing their 7-colored fountain acrobat show. Here's a great mispronunciation of Ayame's name.
You're great, Iyami!
You're great, Iyami. Close enough.
Iyami. Iyame. Yumi? Who knows?
It's just like one of my Japanese Iyamis.
Yeah, so Ayame's from the game. She's the ninja girl, and this is her ninja clan who does performances for Kish.
Edward then falls through the top of the tent, interrupting the show.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah, somehow it's we just see him looking afar saying, hey, what's that? And then the next thing we know, he's falling through why would you try walking on top of a tent? What are you doing, buddy? Octo and Puss rush in and they chase Edward out. We get a great clip of the Dwayne squad just kind of goofing off and talking about it.
Looks like the show's over.
Yeah, you're right.
Octo and Puss are lucky. Man, at least they got to see the show.
We're just a proletariat constantly oppressed by management.
Was that who we're chasing?
Yeah, it was.
Stop!
Stop!
Quite a chase.
Yep, it's Octo and Puss. What are you waiting for, you idiots?
Very good. Yeah. Octo shouts, what are you waiting for? That read, though, very much sounds like, what are you fighting for? As in, what am I fighting for?
Yeah.
Also from Capcom.
Oh, yeah.
So the chase begins, or continues rather. Edward leads the pirates and the Dwayne squad through the streets. He ducks into an alley and meets Ryoma, who immediately challenges him to a fight while mispronouncing his own name.
Hang on! I don't want to fight you! Anyway, just who are you?
A samurai. And you?
My name's Falcon. And I thought that you were chasing me.
I don't care about that anymore. My name is Ryoma, and I seek the bearer of the Power Stone. If you're brave enough, then face me and fight!
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Oh, outstanding.
quite awkward, I would say. Not just the mispronunciation, just like
Yeah.
the whole exchange is kind of weird. Like, a samurai in you? Like, what do you care if you're going to beat the guy up anyway? Yeah.
Probably named for Ryoma Sakamoto, a samurai credited with helping push Japan towards modernization in the 19th century.
Okay. Ding. Thank you.
He was kind of a big deal, but he also got assassinated at age 31, which I don't think this Ryoma does.
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, you assassinate him all the time in the game if you fight him.
That's right. So Ryoma's Power Stone reacts with Edwards. I have a clip of that.
My stone's reacting now that it's met your stone.
So use it!
Use your stone!
I didn't even know how.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, Edward's still kind of figuring out what Power Stones are/do. His stone finally activates, emerges from its candy shell, and transforms him into Shark Boy. I hate this design. It looks like a child wearing a robot costume that is too big for him.
Yeah, it's just, it's Robo Falcon. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not into it.
But everybody kind of turns into a robotish version of themselves, or at least there's an episode later where it sort of depicts Falcon as inside this robot suit that, like, it was hard for me to really square it because, like, is he inside a suit or is he just like transforming into a different being that just resembles him in a very slight way?
I think it's a suit because we see the same thing from Ryoma when he uses his stone later.
Yeah. I mean, this always confused me since the video game, so I don't know, but yeah.
But that's what also confused me about the setting. Like, you said it's the 19th century.
Yeah.
But these robots are firing off like, Iron Man missiles and shit, and everyone's just cool with it. Like it's a normal thing to see. Like, all right.
Well, it's not the real 19th century. It's very much
it's anime 19th century.
It's a made up world. It's a fantasy world.
Oh, this is not a documentary?
No, I'm afraid not. Like I said, like in the game, this city is called Lundo.
That's right. Lundo.
However, I think in the next episode or something, someone does say London.
Oh, yeah. I will have a clip of that later. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
So the pirates get blowed up. Ryoma writes Edward a formal Chosenjo that says, tomorrow at noon at Dragon Cape, let's fight. Edward, at the end of the episode, then stares off into the sunset, ponders the events, and says,
Oh, what have you gotten me into?
All right. There's a lot coming for our pal Edward. That's the end of
we're little stinkers, aren't we?
Yeah. Now, this anime does not do my favorite thing, which is at the end of the episode, you have a character saying, I'm Edward Falcon. I got a power stone. It instead does that at the beginning of the next episode where he summarizes the events of the previous episode. And I'm not going to play them for every single episode we cover. I will just play the first one.
My name is Edward Falcon. My father sent me a strange stone, and my life hasn't been the same since. I've been chased by pirates who were after the stone and challenged to a duel by a samurai. The stone has also brought me luck. I've met a beautiful fortune teller called Rouge, and I hope we'll meet again very soon. I'm also hoping to learn more about this strange and powerful stone my father has sent me.
Yeah, so that's the previously on Power Stone.
I just realized we should have done a goofy drop where we should have added Doug Funny going, Dear Journal.
Dear Journal, I'm Edward Falcon.
Yeah, this is episode 2, Shadow Warriors. No relation to the first-person shooter with the Asian stereotype guy.
No. Or the Ninja Gaiden game?
Oh, sure. That was like the European name.
That's right. So we open with a dream sequence, Edward pretending he's Valgus's tag team partner, or perhaps more, because he looks up at Valgus with an expression I can only describe as, duh.
Yeah, right.
Also funny that he comes out in his boxing gloves when everyone else is bare-fisted. I thought that was like, oh, right, because it's a dream and everything is stupid in your dreams. Is that why?
Yeah, I guess so. they're being challenged by like two low rent Street Fighter guys. They look like dollar store Ryu and Ken.
Oh, I see. I said dollar store Ryu, but also like day off Akuma.
Okay, sure. Yeah. One or the other. Yeah.
Didn't have time to put on his demon makeup. Yeah.
Let's just call them Shotos.
Yeah. So Apollos wakes Edward up and chides him for not returning home to, I guess, take care of responsibilities.
You know what? Where is he? Like, his place is a sty. It's like a real bachelor pad, I guess. It's
not great. I guess because his family's rich, he just like has an apartment in the city. He doesn't live at home.
Right.
Honestly, I couldn't understand Apollos's motivation for the first couple episodes. I didn't understand what he wanted Edward to do, come home and live comfortably or find his father, or it's not.
There's a lot of rushed plot things in this show. Like,
yeah. And I think a lot of that is because Apollos was a new character kind of hastily added. Because we need somebody to, I guess, push Edward on the right track.
Yeah. So why not just put him on the right track?
Yeah.
Just make him a hero.
So Apollos is trying to get Edward to be responsible. Edward suddenly gets horny and says, hey, maybe that sexy fortune teller knows where my dad is. Let's go there. Yeah. And so they leave to visit Rouge, and we get a close-up of Ryoma's challenge note lying on the floor of Edward's room.
Yes, his Chosenjo.
That's right. We then cut straight to Ryoma waiting at the cape on a rock in the water, slicing a wave in half somehow. This is going to be the running gag of the episode, because guess what? Edward does not show up.
Yeah. There's also a clip here from Ryoma. It's also what I heard my doctor say at my urologist appointment.
I will find the stones.
Great. Outstanding.
Yeah.
I hope so, Doc. So back in town, Ayame spots Edward and Apollos and tails them. She tries to catch Edward off guard and steal the stone by getting the drop on him from a building. I don't think we mentioned last episode, Ayame and her brother Kikunojo, who plays a woman in the theater, are after the Power Stones. That's I think they're part of a ninja troupe that their whole deal is they're posing as a traveling show to find Power Stones.
Yep.
She spots them.
You nailed it.
And starts tailing them. She runs down the side of a building to try to catch Edward off guard and steal the stone. She runs for a long time down this building.
Yeah.
And Raymond, I did some math.
Yeah, what's up?
She runs down the building for approximately 12 seconds. Now, because she is ninja running down the building, let's assume she is falling at terminal velocity the entire time.
Correct.
That building would have to be 660 meters high or about 220 stories, making it the third tallest man-made structure on Earth.
Right. Maybe it's like that stage in Sonic Adventure 2 where you can run down the side of the skyscraper. And it's the same situation where it's Sonic. So he should be going top speed down this humongous skyscraper.
Yeah, my point is the building was not that tall.
Right.
The building was not tall enough to justify 12 seconds of running.
Okay, well, let's just say it's ninja magic.
All right, I buy that.
For $1.
Now, this is all moot because Edward just so happens to do another one of his daydream kicks into the air at the precise moment Ayame reaches him. Which is just kind of a dumb cartoon coincidence.
He's just like pretending to be Valgus or something, and then just kicks the air just as soon as she arrives, and just could have killed her in real life, but
yeah, geez. I mean, at that speed, ninjas are unsafe at any speed.
Yes.
We cut to Kikunojo getting ready for a performance when he senses something, and we hear, oh, that's right, we hear the dolphin noise from Fatal Fury. I guess that is just a stock anime sound.
Okay, sure.
Because it's back.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty great. Yeah, Kikunojo is sort of, I think, meant to be lol gay in that he is cross-dressing for the purpose of the theater, which was, a common thing back in the day before women could be on a stage.
Yeah, as seen in the intro to Yakuza Like a Dragon.
That's right. So he senses Ayame, who limps in and collapses from Edward's kick. We then get a weird scene where the grandpa character in the ninja group jumps down from the rafters and lectures everybody on their mission. Why is he wearing a mask? He's an old man wearing an old man mask.
I don't know. It's like Art of Fighting. Remember, not the anime, but the game where it's like Ryo's dad wears a Tengu mask most of the time. It doesn't have to.
Oh, yeah. Is that Mr. Karate?
Yeah, but then he's like exposed, not as Mr. Karate, but as their dad, really. And it's like, okay, you can take the mask off now. Eventually, he does take the mask off in later games. So, but
okay.
It's not a funny observation. I know. I'm just saying. It reminded me of that. It's like the father figure type, just wearing a funny mask all the time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So Grandpa lectures the ninjas. Kikunojo lets it slip that he has a cute little crush on Edward.
That young man must be highly trained.
And on top of it, he's a real charmer, too.
Right? Cute anime heart sound effects.
Uh-huh.
Edward and Apollos arrive at Rouge's tent because Edward's horny and Apollos wants to know where Mr. Falcon is. Edward tries to flirt and gets shot down immediately while Apollos asks about his master. Rouge says they must follow the stone across the sea to find him.
We still don't know where he is now, do we?
You must leave Sunland and travel to Moonland and Fireland and Aqualand and Woodland and Goldland and Silverland and Soil.
Yeah. She just rattled off the standard government issue video game world map.
You must journey to Ice Stage and Fire Stage and Mountain Stage. Yeah, it's all very silly.
Like, wow. You can kind of hear the amusement from the actor there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of lines here when I can practically hear some of them thinking, it's a good thing I do get paid for this.
Yes.
Edward's not really interested in any of this and just kind of refuses this journey and tries to give the stone to Apollos. In the quote-unquote scuffle, the stone flies up into the air and projects images of Valgus and Edward's dad.
Yeah. And it's like, why? Huh?
It
does that?
Well, it's... The real power of the Power Stones is that they're plot devices that can do anything they need to do.
Yes, exactly. But also, like, Rouge just kind of like shrugs it off.
Yeah, like it's a thing that just happens inside her tent all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Aurora Borealis.
Fortune teller.
After a brief message from our sponsors, we get another view of poor Ryoma waiting in vain, still standing on a rock surrounded by waves at Dragon Cape.
Yeah, he says, like, perhaps this is a tactic to wear me down. Like, yes. LOL.
Cute. Atop a building across town, Ayame and a fellow ninja spot Edward and Apollos and swoop down to get in position. Edward has a flashback to illustrate why his father was a goofy, uncaring clod.
Stop! Get off me! It's
Ah, hello there, young Edward. I loved wrestling too when I was your age. Good luck. See ya.
I knew then I couldn't count on him to save me.
Oh, God.
It's so good.
I missed the see ya part. I forgot that.
Oh, yeah. See ya. Good luck, idiot. His young whiny Edward kind of sounds like Bobby Moynihan doing Forval. Ow! It's really good.
Sure.
And Dad just sounds like a cold asshole.
By the way,
hi.
In case anyone thinks that Alex might be going a bit too fast by describing like Ryoma and then on a roof, Ayame spotting Falcon, who's then upset about his dad. Like, no, this all happens in like seconds. They shove a lot into these episodes.
These are very compact. Yeah. So we cut back to the ninja troop. They're now in a wooded park area preparing to trick Edward. Ayame picks out a blonde wig for Kikunojo to wear. Because that's the plan. Kikunojo, who already has a crush on Edward, is going to dress up as a lady and try to do like the
Bugs Bunny gambit.
Is it Bugs Bunny or is it a beautiful woman? Yeah. And I got a good laugh out of, like, there's a ninja with a smoke machine behind a tree, and Apollos goes, "The fog's rolling in. We'd better get home."
Yeah, I just think this is funny. They're tracking Falcon and Apollos, and they make it to a park, and they're, like, still fucking arguing the whole time. It's like, that's what we're to believe. Like, the ninjas are all setting up, and these two are just bickering the entire goddamn time until Falcon finally, like, gives up and walks off or something. Then,
He's not easy to get along with.
Guess not.
So after some of that arguing, Edward gets up and goes to leave and runs into Kikunojo, who is disguised as a beautiful Southern belle. I don't know where the accent comes from, but here's a clip.
Say, aren't you that fighter? Did you know I'm a really big fan of yours?
Oh, really? You're a fan of mine? That's great. Well, then...
But first...
Yeah, he tries to get the stone from Edward. I just love how dumb and horny Edward immediately gets. It's like,
Yeah.
Girl Chan.
He's the kind of guy who would get scammed a lot on social media.
Yes. Oh, God. He then slips that he doesn't have the stone and that Apollos has it. So now the ninjas swarm the butler.
Ah, yes.
Edward swoops in, gets restrained with ninja chains, and then uses the power of the stone to transform again into Shark Boy.
Yeah.
He tosses out a power explosion and the ninjas scatter, and that's that.
But he says, I can't control this. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
As he's trying to break free from the chains. And I guess that's what we learn about these superpowers is that they're uncontrollable, but also somewhat controllable later.
Yeah, they're uncontrollable, but you still know to shout out the name of the special move you're doing?
Yeah. Yes. It's I guess the Shonen show.
Yeah. I also can't get over how dumb a name Power Explosion is for a move that's just shooting missiles at somebody.
Wait, they don't say it in the game. They don't announce moves like that in the game. So I guess they had to make something up for the anime. And
no?
That was the best they got.
They didn't steal that from Smash Brothers? BK Thunder!
No, I'm afraid,
All right.
not.
Okay. So after the fight, Ayame gives chase, but Edward notices she's injured, and he ties his. Now, hang on. In my original notes, I wrote cravat, and I looked it up. Like, that's not what a cravat is. What is that? What is the ruffly thing called around Edward's neck? So I just Googled Miles Edgeworth, and sure enough, under design, it is described as a jabot or a jabot, Jabot, is what that is technically.
Jabot.
Ring ring jabot.
Thank you, Capcom, again.
So, yeah. Ayame is injured. Edward removes his jabot and ties it around her leg.
You put up a good fight, but you've really hurt yourself there.
Oh.
There.
Oh.
All the while, she is making the entire library of Girl Chan anime sounds.
Yeah, these are crush noises, just so you know.
Yeah. That's what they signify. In any culture, really.
Yeah.
The jabot, I don't think, is the kind of thing you can just take off and suddenly it looks like a bandage.
If you stretch it really good.
I guess. I'll take your word for it.
Another little logic leap in this show.
Yeah. In an anime? Arriving home, Edward remembers he had something to do today. Uh-oh. Cut to Ryoma waiting in the cold at the Cape, who has developed a cold. The episode ends with Ayame pulling Edward into the circus tent to see the show. Moving on to episode 3, Samurai Spirit.
Or as we know it, Samurai Showdown.
That's right, thank you. We open on a flashback of Ryoma being sent on his mission by his master. He seems to be just from a Japanese samurai village settlement. I don't know. And Sensei is sending him out into the world to train.
Yep.
We then cut to gay panic as Apollos runs up the stairs, bursts into Edward's room, trips, and immediately lands in an immaculately choreographed mouth-to-mouth kiss with young master.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That was surprising.
Yeah.
Didn't exactly expect it.
Yeah. Apollos needs Edward to take up some of his father's duties, but Edward sneaks out of the house. He flirts with a lady on the street and is spotted by Ryoma. He flees from Apollos into an alley. So earlier when I was talking about them like switching in Western sound effects, they got a hold of a Hanna-Barbera CD or some shit, because we get this like rocket noise.
I challenged you to a duel, so let's go.
Oh.
Hey, you wait!
Those are not in the Japanese version.
Yeah, it's pretty good though.
Yeah. Apollos is reading off the list of duties that Edward must perform.
Yeah, so Apollos is trying to once again get Falcon to be responsible and do all this stuff. but Ryoma's also seeing him. And then Apollos has this litany of things to do.
Including, they let slip this little thing.
Celebrate the official completion of London Hall at the palace. After that...
Of what hall? Come on.
No, come on. It's a game world.
This is Lundo.
Lundo from Sunland or whatever.
It's not New York, it's New York.
Yeah.
It's not Dallas, it's Dalla.
Yeah. And then Apollos, by the way, just has...
Oh, yeah. He has a map with a star on it that he says may lead to Edward's father.
Yeah.
Ayame was eavesdropping, so now she knows this as well, and she's following them.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Now, while searching for Edward, Ryoma is spotted by Rouge. Rouge is eating a 5-scoop ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Ryoma, of course, immediately gets a bloody nose because sexy girl who is sexily eating 5 scoops of ice cream.
Yep.
Now, I compared this scene to the Japanese version, and obviously some of the dialogue is different. They also cut out some very sexy shots of her boobs and waist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they completely...
I'll have to go back and check.
Just got very briefly, yeah. It does some va-va-voom close-ups.
I see. It was already kind of va-va-voom because it keeps cutting to her licking these scoops of ice cream. And
yeah. And yeah, so he says, I'm looking for someone. She says, I can help you for a price. And then at the end, it caps off with a very awkward line. I'll play the English version here.
There's a price to be paid for finding your man. It's quite a high price. It's anything I want.
There's something bothering me. May I ask you a personal question? Don't your teeth hurt from licking all that ice cream?
Once in a while.
Great.
Good gag, though.
And wait, is it? I guess
it's the best gag in this show so far.
When you see or hear a line like that, your first instinct is, what was that originally? Because nothing about that exchange is natural.
Alex.
And so, hi.
I got to be honest. That never occurred to me.
Really?
But thank you for doing the due diligence.
All right. I got a clip of the Japanese version. Here it is.
黙って座ればピタリと当てるルージュさんにお任せ。
ところで一つ尋ねるが、そのようにおへそを出した格好でアイスクリームなどを食べて腹を壊さないでござるか？
たまにはね。
All right. So what he is saying, this is basically a Japanese culture thing. He says, with your belly exposed, don't you get an upset stomach from eating ice cream?
Well,
to which her answer is the same. Sometimes.
Yeah. But it's still a gag.
Yeah, it is.
It's still the comedic pause for effect.
Yeah. Japan, there's a Japanese belief that a person's belly is the source of their warmth. So.
Oh, yeah, sure.
If you've just got it hanging out and you're eating ice cream, doesn't that give you an upset stomach?
Yeah. Now, I had a different take on this little gag. I just thought it'd be great for like a cold open for a certain show, if you don't mind.
Don't your teeth hurt from licking all that ice cream?
Once in a while.
What? Stone radio?
Or, any sort of sitcom. That's
all right. It's pretty good.
I was trying to think of like good cold opens. It was news radio.
I miss news radio. I'm due for a rewatch.
I think it's probably like the best American sitcom.
Yeah.
After evaluating it close enough, like it's one of the greats.
Absolutely. Hi, folks. This is Alex from Draw a Game. You may have noticed that sometimes I slip up and I call him Edgar instead of Edward. Well, let me just assure you it's because I constantly have Final Fantasy VI on the brain. And now, back to the show. So we cut to Edgar leaving in his biplane to go find Dad. He is immediately trailed by Ayame on a ninja kite, a human-sized ninja kite attached by rope to a car driven by Kikunojo.
the logic here is getting strained, I think.
It's gotten a little more, it's leaning into the cartoonish side of it. We then see Ryoma having his past told by Rouge back at her tent. And honestly, this is kind of a clever way to give backstory for this character.
Mm-hmm.
We see Ryoma training and setting off on his boat and practicing his sword skills. Ayame is still on Edward's trail, but Kikunojo loses control of the car and the kite snaps off the rope and she tumbles around to more Hanna-Barbera sound effects.
Oh my God.
Great.
I blocked that out of my memory. Okay, but here's the thing. She crashes down onto the street. But here's where this all starts with Edward going to an airfield and taking off to the location on the map.
Which was across town?
Yes. And like Ayame's watching the whole time, and it's depicted as if he's flying across the countryside, but there's still the city below. And that's what Ayame crashes back into the Lundo, I guess.
Yeah.
The Lundo streets. And then, we reach this clock tower, which seems to just be at the end of the coast. Why is he taking a plane?
Right. Power stones.
No, they didn't factor in this at all. There's no transforming or anything.
Right. Listen to me. Power stones.
Oh, man. I know. They'll set me free.
Yeah. Now that right after that clip is one of my favorite gags in any media, which is anytime a character eats shit and just looks incredibly uncool doing so, and a child looks on and says "cool."
Oh, sure.
Which I didn't get the clip, but it was the same in Japanese as well. Kakui! Right after Ayame just completely crashes. So, okay, Edgar reaches the clock tower marked on his map.
Edgar?
Oh, God damn it. So Edward reaches the clock tower marked on his map, but so does Ryoma, who challenges him once again. Ayame and Kikunojo look on. They have arrived as well somehow, talking about how Edward's Power Stone will give him the victory. Rouge shows up. I don't know how she got there. Everyone else had a vehicle.
No, everybody's just like, it seems to just be across town, but for some reason, Falcon needs to take a plane there.
I don't get it. Rouge says, hey, the samurai is not too shabby either. I think she's starting to develop a little crush on Ryoma, which is kind of cute. So Edward and Ryoma, they fight, opening with some DBZ shit. They charge each other, and then Edward just teleports 90 degrees to the side of Ryoma and hits him in the face full force. I don't know how.
He's like a really incredible fighter. He's like a martial arts master, which is what
we
cover a lot in these anime.
He can't teleport.
He's that good. I think Falcon is that good.
Fine. Folks, don't worry. We got some awesome anime-ass fight dialogue.
I'm burning with power.
Yeah. Some good stuff from Ryoma as well.
Finally, I have a glorious challenge! Tower missile! A poor strategy!
Oh, man. A poor strategy is a great thing to yell as you attack someone.
Well, that's like the reverse of last time in Fatal Fury when it was Andy who, I think.
Oh, yeah. I already know the
move. A poor strategy.
Oh, I love it.
I think someone says, this is what I wrote down. Someone says, and now I too have transformed. Like, okay, we're getting it. We get it. We know the game Power Stone. This is what happens. We know.
Yeah. Edward transforms first and hits Ryoma. Ryoma flashes back to his master, giving him a yellow Power Stone, remembers that he has it, and then he transforms into the Silver Samurai on loan from Marvel Comics, and they throw special moves at each other before collapsing.
No relation.
No relation.
Not that he was already in a Capcom game.
Oh, yeah. So after the fight, there's this little exchange between Ryoma and Rouge that, again, is slightly different from English and Japanese. I feel like they really bungled They bungled the dub of it. I'm going to play the English one first here.
Ryoma.
Huh? Oh, it's you, Rouge.
I thought you were wonderful.
Please don't say that. I still need to train much harder.
Is it because of the transformation? What happened?
And I didn't get that because he says, I still need to train much harder. And she says, is it because of the transformation?
Boing.
Yeah, he goes, what happened? As if it's like his fault. The Japanese version is a lot clearer.
龍馬
お、ルージュ殿。
かっこよかったわよ。
いや、言ってくれるな。わしはまだまだ修行が足りんぜよ。
特に変身したとこが。どうしたの?
She basically says, you were so cool out there, especially when you transformed. And that's what he's reacting to, is the idea that like, oh, I myself am not intrinsically cool. It's only when I use the Power Stone.
Right.
And the first one, it's ambiguous. I couldn't understand what the joke was supposed to be.
No, that was a little forced, I guess. Yeah. See, at first I thought when you said bungled, I thought this was going to be something where like they censored something particular, but
no,
it doesn't really read as either.
Yeah, and there's a couple of lines. There's a line I think in another episode, the next episode, that is translated quote unquote correctly, but in context, there's a much, much better way to say that. And if literally anybody had proofread the script, you would have said, oh, swap this out for this. That makes it sound natural. And nobody did.
Okay, well, we'll get there.
And I'm not angry. I'm not taking anyone to task for this, 1999 anime, but I'm just asking questions, right?
Yes, of course.
Why won't you debate me?
I didn't pick a charity.
So Edward and Apollos go into this clock tower on the star that was on the map, and they go inside and they find a chest that appears to have been Edward's father's, and they open it up and it's magazines.
Well, this isn't what I had in mind. The Idiot's Guide to Karate? Fighting for Dummies? Kung Fu for Dope?
He's just teasing us.
It's all silly magazine. And when I watched this, I noticed that underneath the Kung Fu, the Karate, and the Airplane, the aviation magazines, there's one magazine that's just boobs. It's just
of course,
anime girl.
You got to have that gag too.
Of course. Well, here's the thing. In the Japanese version, that's the entire gag. I went to the Japanese version. They redrew all of those magazines to not be porn because they're all porn in the Japanese.
Oh my God. I got to go see this.
It's great.
You got to see this whole thing again.
It's outstanding.
Thank you for doing the work. Yeah.
Kids, before things like the internet and digital storage, we had to stash our porn in seaside clock towers and then entrust the map to our butler.
In RPG treasure chests.
Yeah. Like, I thought something was up because the very idea of magazines don't show up in games or anime unless they're pornography.
Yeah.
Or FF8's weapons magazines. That's the only exception.
Yeah. Which is a kind of pornography.
That's true. If there's a magazine in a game or anime, odds are it's porn.
Yeah.
The printed word. All right.
Dad's porno.
Thank you. That's the end of episode 3. The final episode we're going to cover today is episode 4, The Ghost Ship.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have I'm not going to play the entire previously on Power Stone, but I am going to play the end of it because we have to discuss it.
The stone seems to transform me into a powerful robot. I'm going to discover the secret of the Power Stones, or Bob's your uncle.
That's not what that means.
No, I'm afraid that's not really what that means, Falcon.
So we've heard the phrase before, Bob's your uncle. Chiefly British, I believe, is one way to describe it. Basically, how you cap off a sentence when something has been concluded or explained or is easy to do.
Yeah. Let's not forget, Falcon is supposed to be British.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even consider that. So why does he and everyone else have an American accent when he lives in Lundo Town? One character at the beginning spoke to him with an English accent, and then they just abandoned that idea.
It's true.
extra confusing on top of this is in the game, he has a Union Jack on his jacket. And here it's the flag of Scotland. And I don't know why that was changed. Is he Scottish now?
I wonder if that was deliberate or if they were just trying to make a generic flag that resembled the Union Jack. Because I feel like they wouldn't have immediately left to Scotland.
Hang on. I'm going to check the Japanese. Oh, no. Yeah. In the Japanese version, it's also Flag of Scotland. I thought maybe it was like a thing. They didn't want to tie it to a real world country in the Western dub. So they changed that. But no, it's also in the Japanese version. So weird.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boo! We open on a ghostly-looking ship rolling through the fog before cutting to a bright sunny day in old Lundo Town. Edward is at a pawn shop asking about the owner's terms, who says he has 1 month to claim anything he's pawned before the shop will sell it. Now, I wasn't intentionally watching the Japanese version. I was scrubbing through it to get to a scene, but I did land on this scene at one point, and for some reason, in the Japanese version, he has 3 months to come back and claim anything he's pawned. And in the localization, it is 1 month. I have no idea why that was changed.
Okay, sure.
Oh, yeah, we're not told explicitly at this time what Edward is pawning, but I think it's safe to assume it's the Power Stone, because what else does he have that would be worth pawning? Back home, Edward gets ready for a night out as Apollos relays news of the ghost ship, as well as the rumor that the captain is a mummy. Ooh.
It's okay, why?
Yeah, it's
foreshadowing, I know, but like
I guess it was in the
extra
news.
Force. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I would rather see a spinning newspaper that said ghost ship docked at harbor, captain is mummy, ?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Power Stones are boffo, We learn that Edward is going to the opera. He asks Apollos to put on his bow tie, and he's decked out in a good-looking suit, and he flashes his opera ticket just to prove to us, the audience, that he is indeed going to the opera, and he is out the door.
Yeah.
Cut then to Rouge's tent, who is also putting on fancy clothes and has an identical ticket to the opera. She is suddenly knocked out with knockout gas, and a ninja hand is shown stealing the ticket. Now, I had a question pop into my mind as all this went down. Did we skip an episode? How?
No.
How, when, why, and where was it established that Edward and Rouge are close enough that they're going to the opera?
No, I mean, okay, listen, I think we can envision a between time where Falcon is still trying to put the moves on Rouge, and she finally agrees to a date. Perhaps he finally procured tickets to the opera, and she was like, oh, well then, okay. And so now they got to go on a date. I think it's as simple as that. Simple storytelling, cartoon stuff. Now it's not shown, but as adults, I think we can figure that out. We can imagine that in our own heads.
I'm going to check the Japanese version real quick to see if there was.
You're just going to say
scene.
No. Yeah, right.
Hold that thought.
Uh-huh.
Because I mean, yeah, I don't think that it's easy enough to infer that.
It is actually.
The opera's a big deal, man.
It is actually that easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are they dating?
You are distressingly overthinking it.
Maybe you're underthinking it.
No, not this time. I'm afraid not.
Okay, no, there's no scene in the Japanese version, but
I think you just hate stories.
No, I like stories. That's the thing. I want to see them, and I like it when look. I'm not gonna. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to lose my shit over this 1999 anime based on a video game, and I'm not taking the
I don't
bait.
need to do anything. You're already there. You're already there.
I'm not taking the bait. Serenity now.
You were already walking off the cliff. I was trying to help you a little bit.
I'm walking on sunshine is what I'm doing.
You just sauntered off. Don't put this on me.
And Bob's your uncle. All right. So all right. Why don't we get to the opera? Why don't you talk about Jell-O?
Yeah. So the opera. They go to the opera. There is the poster outside showing the featured performer. This poster is just like depicting the performer, this woman, on stage. And the headline is Volume 7, Jell-O. And then under the an inset portrait of this woman is the name Abbott. Not spelled correctly, but I guess that is the woman's name, Abbott.
I thought it was Jell-O.
I'm still not sure what the purpose of that is.
I thought it was supposed to be a fat joke. I thought she was drawn to be slightly overweight. And I thought that was the joke.
Listen, it's Japan. We don't know for sure. That's could true. Absolutely be that.
They may think that Jell-O is just a common name.
This is a rotund woman, and that becomes a joke, I suppose. But
not even. She's like anime overweight, which is to say slightly.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, enough again for the Japanese to make fun.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but it does say Jell-O with a hyphen, which is the actual brand name.
That's the trademark.
JELL-O is the trademark name.
I do hope people remember my Landing on the Shoulders of Giants video, but that was one of the things I called out in Chained Echoes is there's like an amorphous blob character who is constantly referred to by another character as being like Jell-O, but spelled JELL-O. And I'm like, you can't use a trademarked product in your video game like that, can you? Especially in a fantasy world where I don't think Jell-O exists.
No, yeah. Just like this.
Exactly. So Edward goes inside. Rouge has not shown up. He goes to their seats. Ayame is sitting in Rouge's seat because she obviously just stole the opera ticket. Ayame explains she's sitting in for Rouge, and Edward just accepts this like, all right.
Yeah.
Outside on the rooftop, an agile mummy in a pirate captain's coat looks down at the opera house and leaps away.
Yeah. I'm just going to say it because the show does not say it at all in this episode. This is Jack.
Yes. Yeah, I
character
looked that
from
up
the
later.
game. Yeah. The name's not said.
That's right.
But yes. Just Mummy Boy.
A real mummy's boy. Ayame clumsily tries to take Edward's power stone by offering him drugged tea, but she soon realizes he doesn't have it.
Ah, yes.
Now, there's another interesting difference here between the dub and the Japanese version. That is Kikunojo's dialogue. Here he is in the English trying to get Ayame to hurry it up.
Ayame, what are you waiting for? Put him to sleep.
Oh?
If there's anything in life I love, it has to be the opera.
All right.
What are you waiting for? Roofie this guy.
Yeah, roofie this guy. And then non sequitur, I, a real gay, sure do love the opera. Now,
yes.
What was this in Japanese? Let's check it out.
もう何してるの早く眠らせておしまい寝顔も素敵なはずよお母様
All right, so the first half is the same. What are you waiting for? Put him to sleep. And then the second bit is the also gay but more creepy, I bet his sleeping face is wonderful. So I think the dub kind of handled this in the best possible way you can, which is, I guess you kept it gay, but you made it less creepy.
That works.
I don't know that there's a non-creepy way to be excited about knocking someone out to look at their sleeping face. Like Edward's about to get Cosby'd and Kikunojo seems kind of excited about it.
Right.
Yeah. But that
just great all around, right?
Yeah.
Both languages, just fantastic.
It was 99. What do you want?
Something.
I mean, at the time, I think the only openly gay anime character was Meowth at the time.
Sure.
So,
what about James? The guy next to it.
Oh, right. What? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's right. We lost out on those James boobs.
You mean Meowth? That's right.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Meowth, sonotori.
Oh, yes, you're right. We missed out on the James boobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous band episode. I think they did air a cut version of it later. They did that with a couple of Pokemon episodes.
So Jell-O/Abbott takes the stage, but
Jell-O Abbott. Let's just say that.
But before she can sing, a cackling is heard, and Jack the Mummy Pirate descends and cackles before the singer. He snatches the ruby from around her neck, and we get a classic gag from Ayame and Edward.
Hey, what a great voice!
Yes, it's very dramatic, isn't it?
Great.
All right. Sure. Well, Ayame would know. She's a performer.
I don't know. That tickled me a little bit.
Yeah.
So here, Jack, I would say Jack is some of the best animation in the whole show. He's very Valdo.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He's, now there are also,
let's just say the Power Stone characters, very derivative. Even of other Capcom characters. No, I mean, not Valdo, but I mean,
yeah,
it's a widespread.
He also drives a Valdo, believe it or not. There's another visual difference here between the regions, as some frames were cut of Jack pulling the knife out of his sleeve. Like he produces the dagger from his coat. It's inside his coat and it pops out into his palm. And I guess that was too imitatable.
Sure.
So they got rid of that.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Yeah. Jack exits through the roof with the gemstone from the necklace. Edward follows and gives chase. Octo and Puss are back, just to remind you that they're in this show. They get in the way for a second, but he just pummels them down and keeps running. Meanwhile, back at the tent, Rouge wakes up from the knockout gas and steps outside just in time for Jack to land near her and rip up her skirt, giving her provocation and reason to give chase so that she appears in the next few scenes.
Yes. Now she's angry because her skirt was messed up and she's a woman.
Rouge chases Jack to an empty alley, but he has disappeared. Back at his ship, Jack fawns over his jewel collection in front of a portrait of his mother, who is holding what seems to be a power stone. He cries out for her and then collapses amid some great Foley work. Look, I'm going to be very upfront with you about this. I am a sucker for sound effects of rocks or gems or anything crumbling or falling. The crumbling stones in Shadow of the Colossus, anytime you beat a Colossus, that's one of my favorite sounds in the entire world.
Okay. That's your favorite ASMR?
It 100%. And here's some of Jack and his gemstone collection.
All right, let's get tingled.
Good stuff.
All right. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, he's kind of he's a little bit of a Jason Voorhees type.
Oh, yeah.
And or Norman Bates, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a real mama thing going on.
Yeah. Seymour Skinner.
Yes. So the next day, Edward and Rouge are searching the alleyway. They realize that they're both hunting the bandaged boy that we know is Jack. Rouge spots a small hole in the wall, so Edward...
It's like a mini gag, because Rouge is kind of standing there trying to act all detective-like, trying to figure this all out. But then Falcon just stands up, and then the hole's right behind him. So in they go.
Yeah. Well, in he goes.
In he goes.
It seems that she convinced him. Now, as he's searching through the sewers, there's a line here. I don't know what this line is supposed to be. He sees a rat.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Yeah, rat. What the heck am I going?
What?
I love that, though.
What the heck am I good?
That was kind of improv-y in a way.
I guess, but all right.
It's like when you're just so disgusted and flummoxed, as I am quite often, every day, even on this show. I'm just like, oh my God. Like that.
Now, there's also a line after that. This is the one that I thought, like, look, if anybody gave the script one more pass, you'd know that this doesn't sound natural. He flashes back to Rouge, sweet-talking him into following Jack's trail through the sewers.
Right.
And then he flashes back to the present and says,
"What could I have been thinking of?"
I mean, I think, what was I thinking? If you've been duped into doing something, I think a common response is, what was I thinking? Right. And maybe, what could I have been thinking? But absolutely not.
What could I have been thinking of?
It's almost more of a lead on, like, oh, yeah, you were thinking about the woman. You were thinking about lady parts.
All right.
What could I have been thinking of?
Boobs?
Is it attached to Rouge by any chance?
Is okay. So Edward follows a hidden path and eventually emerges in a cove where the ghost ship is docked. He boards, he goes inside, he picks up the stone stolen from Jello Abbott. Jack emerges from his old-timey hyperbaric chamber and attacks Edward on the deck.
All very, very convenient. I mean, okay, yeah, they found the hole. They went through the sewer level and then like immediately found the ghost ship, just docked outside. No one else found it.
Okay, I'm going to flip this around on you. I do think that's believable because they were following Jack's path, and I don't think it's surprising that Jack's path led back to Jack's boat.
No, I get that part. I guess I'm more about the fact
and
that...
you think that the opera's not a stretch? Sorry, keep going.
You know what? If it helps me be right, I'll just drop the thing right now. So if I'm right about the other one, I'll just drop this. So let's keep going.
Well, we're not going to know until we take it to the international court.
Again with the international court with you.
Anime court. Welcome to anime court.
You just want to speak in Japanese because I don't know enough, and then you'll win it automatically.
No, I just want it to be like kids' court, where you win by whoever's side claps more, and then the meter with the wig, the powdered wig on it, goes up. Remember that?
Yeah, that was on after Power Stone on YTV.
Except instead of like an old timey UK powdered wig, it's a Super Saiyan Goku wig.
Another funny bit was when Falcon heads into the ship at first, and he's finding the trail of gems. Then he finds the picture of Mom, and then he immediately says, "It's a Power Stone." Like, okay, dude, it's a painting.
Yeah,
it's low detail, but okay, yeah. And then he's attacked.
So yeah, they go above decks. They have their little fight out there. There were a couple more frames cut from the Western version because in the Japanese version, we see Jack clink his knives together before. Like there's a close up of him clinking his knives together a bunch of times.
Wow!
And they cut that out in exchange for him just rushing Edward. I guess just animated slower. He charges Edward, but the dub retains the sound of him clinking the knives. You can still hear it as they start to fight.
What are you talking about?
And he's not doing that on screen at all. He's just rushing him, which I thought was kind of
Your
funny.
attention, please. A toast.
I'd like to give a toast. I don't know what Jack sounds like. I assume he sounds like that.
That was pretty good. That was pretty close. Yeah.
So after a brief fight, Edward leaps overboard and swims back to shore. That evening, Edward gets home to find his place has been ransacked. As he opens the door, a very silly bat with antenna flaps into his face and obscures his vision. I didn't get what that was supposed to be.
No, it's like a face hugger. It's like a karakuri bat or something, like hugging his face and blinding him.
Yeah.
They just like throw it at him and he's like completely...
But like...
completely disabled.
They didn't throw it at him. It came from, like, I watched this frame by frame. It came out of the wall and right onto his face. And because it seemed to like...
It was planted there.
Yeah, because it seemed to be moving on its own, I thought it was a vampire bat and it was going to turn into a character. It was going to morph into a person.
Yeah. At first it did look like a real bat, but then it was more like, oh, it's like a mechanical thing.
Yeah, I thought there was more to it. Octo and Puss appear behind him and grab him. Edward breaks free and runs outside with the bat still on his face, only to run into Jack. He throws the bat onto Jack's face and then runs off. Octo and Puss show up and offer to join forces with Jack to get Edward's Power Stone. We cut to Edward recuperating in Rouge's tent. I guess he just ran straight there.
Yeah. It's funny. He's like, okay, I'm heading back to my girlfriend's place. Fuck this. I'm going to crash there.
Yeah, I guess it was just established that they're dating now.
In this episode, yes.
Because even she's being flirtier. When Apollos runs in, Rouge says she has to leave to buy more medicine.
Yeah.
Which, all right, like you really care about this guy now, I guess.
Well, she has a nice heart.
I guess. So Apollos says, hey, if you're not going to take the stone seriously, give it to me. Edward is then forced to admit that he pawned it. And I never understood this. Did he pawn it to hide it, or did he do that with the intention of never going back for it?
Well, I took it as like, okay, he lived in a pigsty. He was trying to get away from his like regal life or whatever. So he was like scrounging up from trying to get money. And so he was like pawning that for money.
Okay.
That's how I took it.
Yeah, sure. Because
okay, I win. I'm just kidding.
It's not a contest, right?
I'm just kidding.
Because part of me feels like it doesn't make sense for him to pawn it because it's a magical stone that turns him into a missile robot.
He's kind of a doofus, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, he's a horny doofus at the end of the day, and he likes boxing, so he's probably taken a few blows to the head.
Oh yeah. See, I thought you were going to say he likes boxing, so he respects the sport of pugilism, so he wants to fight fair and go fist to fist. And instead, you're saying, oh, he has brain damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which, all right, okay, I buy that. All right,
Look at his behavior.
Yeah.
It's all over this show.
So, okay. So Apollos goes to the pawn shop to recover the Power Stone. Octopus and Jack see Apollos walk into the shop and they rush in to steal the stone.
It's like, oh my God, okay. There are so many instances in this show where somebody's being monitored. Somebody is on a roof, behind an alleyway, something, watching somebody else and then ambushing them.
Yeah.
It happens way too much.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get the formula. Anyway, sorry.
So Jack bursts through the window, steals the Power Stone, and once he gets out, he refuses to give it to Octo and Puss, instead slicing their clothes off with his quick knife work.
Yeah, all of her clothes off.
Thank you. I would like to confirm, I did check the Japanese version, and they are identical. They are sliced down to their boxers. Right. I was kind of expecting the Japanese version to just make them completely naked for some reason.
You want like Goku penis? Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Times changed by then, even in 99 in Japan.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll show close-ups of a woman's breasts, but, you know. That's different.
So in some real Looney Tunes shit, Apollos discovers Jack, rushes him, trips, and falls into a bucket of red paint.
Yes.
He then arrives at Rouge's tent where she and Edward think that he's bleeding.
Yeah.
Edward is furious and runs out to find Jack. We then cut to him. Oh my God. We then cut to Edward kamikazing his airplane into Jack's ship.
Yeah. And the ship survives well enough.
Yeah. But like, you know where the ship is docked. It's still docked.
He loves his plane. And I think this is part of his mental anguish, is that he just thinks the plane is his only mode of transportation over a long distance.
Okay. But then why would you give up the plane in one attack?
Well, maybe he will go back to his rich ways and just buy a new plane.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
That's
yeah,
how
he would go
I'm
home and just
rationalizing
use daddy's
it in
money
this,
to. Okay.
In this moment. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. But also, the idea is he's going to avenge Apollos because he doesn't care about the stone. He pawned the stone. So he's going.
Yes.
He's attacking Jack to avenge the damage caused to Apollos. But then when he fights Jack, he immediately gets the stone. Like he's like, oh, I guess I do want the stone. Yeah, he does have brain damage. You're right. I'm totally on board with Edward Falcon has brain damage.
Yeah, because he does care about Apollos, and he goes like, you hurt my friend. That's why I'm crashing my plane into your ship. And they trade punches and all that. And yeah, then he gets the stone. And
yeah, he gets the stone. He transforms. Jack is no match for Power Change Edward and retreats into his cabin as the boat sinks. Rouge and Apollos search for Edward in the water. Edward surfaces and, realizing that Apollos was never injured, pulls him into the water with him. Don't worry, folks. We do end on a terrible pun.
It's good to see him back in the swim of things.
Aye. And then we get a shot.
See, the phrase is supposed to be in the swing of things, but he said in the swim of things because they're in the water.
Yes. Thank
you.
you.
Get it?
Yeah.
I
got it. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Yeah, the last shot is Jack floating underwater in the ship and just looking upward. So maybe we'll meet again.
Oh, yeah. The ship is a submarine, I guess, now?
Maybe, yeah. Hey, cool. This wasn't really about the ghost ship. The episode is called The Ghost Ship.
I didn't even consider that. It's just where Jack lives.
Yeah.
None of this had to do, okay.
You could have called it the Mummy Boy.
Yeah, the Bandage Boy, Mummy Kid.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah. So, yeah, that's our 4 episodes of Power Stone that we watched.
Yeah.
I did skip ahead a little bit And, I'll just spoil it a little bit. And, we meet more characters from the game and all that. And everybody eventually gathers together and they find Edward's dad. And then they fight, much like in the game, the final boss, demonized Valgus. So that is the vague way to put that and still spoil the whole thing. So sorry, but yeah.
Cool.
That was Power Stone. And as we like to ask at the end of the show here,
oh yeah,
is it horny?
Now,
is this anime horny?
I would say that is the anime as a whole horny? Slightly.
Sure.
Because you got Edward, who is pretty horny for Rouge. You got Kikunojo.
Rouge.
Kind of lusting for Edward. You got Rouge, who herself doesn't seem to be lusting after anybody. She just exists boobily.
Yes.
Ryoma gets a bloody nose, which is certainly the hallmark of horny humor.
That's a display of horniness, yes.
Yeah.
But in terms of like displaying it to the viewer, a little bit with Rouge and such, it is horny in the kid-friendly sense.
Yeah.
The kid-friendly TV sense because of Rouge and in some ways Falcon being a smooth talker and such,
Yeah.
Him being horny in a sense as well. So a little bit, I think, is how we could summarize that.
A bit.
Yeah. Final thoughts, Alex.
Oh boy, it's just a whole lot of nothing.
Okay, I can go first.
I mean, what can I say? It's literally for children. It is an anime directed to children who might have played the Power Stone video game on the Dreamcast.
Yeah,
it is exactly, all of it is exactly of that level. No more, no less.
Yeah.
It's not a thing I will ever watch again, nor will I feel compelled to watch again.
Yeah, I mostly agree. I had some other points. Like, I liked how the character designs were mostly styled like the game's character designs. There's some differences. Like, I kept going back to how skinny Rouge's head is compared to the game. Like, she's a little bit, let's say, thicker in the game. A little curvier.
Sure.
Here she's pretty skinny. And Falcon, just to be equalize here, Falcon kind of often looks like dumpy as hell in his suit.
Oh yeah.
Like his suit is already big, and even in the game it's a little bit big, but like they made him look extra dumpy in several shots in this show where he's just standing there being like, okay, just take the thing off. Like, what are you doing? And so yeah, there's stuff like that. So the decent interpretation of the character designs, they did well enough for, I guess, being short notice. Like the game was being developed, I think, as this show was being made. So another thing that was just not racking my brain, but like infiltrating my brain as watching this is like, so like this is a cell anime, right? This is still a hand-drawn anime. And so because of that, like the look of it is grainy and a little soft. And because of that, like, okay, I cannot fully explain this, but it kind of gives me like a sensory dissonance because, okay, I played the game a lot. I played Power Stone a lot, and it was this crisp, high resolution 3D game. More so when I played it on Dreamcast with the VJ box. And like, even now playing it again with emulation, you can make it even more high res. And so like, this anime looks old and the game doesn't, and my brain thinks that's weird.
Yes.
It's just a weird thing I can't get out of my head.
Okay.
It didn't seem to affect you that much. That's fine. But to me, it's just like, man.
I acknowledge that you are having these feelings.
Okay. See, I'm not, see, you're not the only crazy one. So don't worry.
Okay.
But basically, the show is perfectly fine. It's inoffensive. I mean, if you took out the Power Stone Sentai Henshin stuff and the fighting and the yelling out the super moves, you would get like a cute little adventure show.
Oh yeah.
And still for kids, but still cute, right? And I mean,
it's kind of like saying if you took out the Japanese Sentai footage, Power Rangers would be a nice little teen soap opera.
I wouldn't go that far.
I guess it kind of. I don't know.
I'm still going to give some credit to the craft of animation there. I don't think Power Rangers would be any better.
No, don't get me wrong. Like there's character stuff I liked. Like I like Ayame, I like Kikunojo, I like Rouge. I like Ryoma.
You like almost everybody.
I think Edward's the only one I don't like, and he's the focus. Yeah.
Right.
Edward's just kind of an annoying rich pilot boy who I'm not interested in. And everybody else I want to see hang out and have fun. I don't need transformations and fight scenes. I do want more funny character moments.
But you can say that about a lot of ensemble casts of things, like
FF7.
I was thinking of like House MD.
Oh, MD.
Yeah, right. He's kind of he's supposed to be kind of an unappealing character, but he has these helpers around who have their own drama and they're different. They're more likable, stuff like that. Just to distill that really quickly.
Yeah, but I think Edward is supposed to be likable is the problem, and he's just not.
Yeah, maybe. I guess.
Why is my dad always on about these power stones? I'm just trying to get my dick wet. Seemed to be his major motivation. Like, even by the end of this episode, he still just doesn't seem to give a shit about the power stones or his dad or anything.
It's hard to judge it fully on 4 episodes. I would like to think he has some character development.
Oh boy.
Before the final episode, you know.
I'm not watching anymore.
I might have
dear.
it running. I might check it out a bit more. It didn't offend me quite that much. But
could someone put together like a Power Stone supercut of the anime that cuts out the chaff?
Oh my God. You just want your stupidity video again.
No, I want to watch an anime like this without transformations and fight scenes that are like, not goofy. I like goofy, but like childishly silly, where you shout out the name of your attack when you do it. Because there, like I said, there is character stuff I like. There's good stuff to salvage here, but it's not worth watching overall, is where I come down.
What if the edit was just cutting out the yelling out the attacks, and then it would just be like the video game? Nobody yells it out in the video game. No? Okay. You were thinking about it. Okay. But listen, it falls squarely in the middle, that's for sure. And like on YTV, it was on at 3 p.m. on the weekend. And it does have all those earmarks of like the show that's on an hour after Pokemon. Like, how long are you hanging in to watch cartoons, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
So it has that to it. So like I said, it was kind of inoffensive. My only real criticism is like a strategic one, which is like, why Power Stone? Like, Capcom did not do much else with the game other than the sequel. And so I think the whole thing just kind of went under the radar. And so, I mean, yeah, I mentioned it has a place in like the Dreamcast launch pantheon, but it's basically now only remembered as a Dreamcast game. And I don't see any 30-year-olds today going like, oh, hell yeah, Power Stone. I loved that as a kid.
Remember Power? Well, I did see those at the bar.
The retro game conventions this weekend. I'm on the hunt for a copy. This one guy has it for 150, but I think I can talk him down to 130. Like,
I think that the function of the anime was perhaps they were like, they know that the Street Fighter kids are growing up. I think they were trying to court a younger audience, trying to get kids into Capcom fighting games as young as possible.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And maybe if Power Stone, the game itself, didn't appeal to them, maybe an accompanying anime would have. I don't think that it did, but maybe that's what they were going for.
Oh my God, it actually does hover around $80 for the US version.
Jesus.
The Japanese version is only about 20, so
wow,
damn, doesn't matter either way.
Those are the ones I'm selling. I have 1 and 2 in Japanese. I'm trying to unload right now.
This was a weird time for Capcom anyway, I think. No, like 99, 2000, a lot of their games were arcade games and then ports of those, and then Mega Man Battle Network and like the odd Resident Evil game. And Capcom USA, I think, kind of seemed sick of it. They put out a lot of the Dreamcast arcade ports, but they were cutting the content out of some of them. And it was all just kind of weird and uneventful for that company for a little while until Mega Man Battle Network. And then they just turned Mega Man into Pokemon. And I think that's more what they wanted out of Power Stone, really. A weird little inoffensive anime, and that theme song blows, like I said.
It's, yeah. If you want to have a pleasant 90 seconds, go look up Kawaii Janai by Mission. It's the closing Japanese theme, like we mentioned earlier. It's some fun little J-pop. Just listen to it before lunch. It'll make your lunch taste better, I bet.
Okay, sure.
Look, I'm really hungry.
Yeah, I have a feeling Alex is going to go test this in a few minutes.
Yeah, I am. Because it's 3 p.m. and I still need to eat lunch. Why don't we close this out?
Yep.
Folks, don't you forget about me. Speaking of food, the Breakfast Club. Go to nomorewhoppers.com. Shit, you're changing the Google Doc as I'm saying this, so now I have to take it again.
I copied the wrong one.
I'm leaving this in. Go to our website, drawgamepod.com. No, I mean, this is actually worth mentioning. I was going to mention this on Nomo Wo proper. I might as well mention it here. Like, we're banking pretty hard on this show to do well and to do better than it is, because it should be obvious right now. One episode of this show takes about, 5 to 10 times the prep work of an episode of Nomo Wo. I think Ray can confirm this.
Yeah, at least on my side, yeah.
It's mine as well. It's a lot of work to get the clips. Like, we watch the show twice or the movie twice. We get the clips. I have to write down a summary of the whole thing. It is a lot of work, and we're doing it as a bonus show. We would like to try to get it to take off and hopefully direct more people to the Patreon. So if you know folks who like podcasts, who like video games and or anime, please direct them not just towards drawgamepod.com, but also patreon.com/nomorewhoppers. That's how this is all possible. This is all I do anymore as a job. Is I'm a doofus online. I stream and I make YouTube videos, and I do this.
Yeah.
And I do voiceover work on the side when I can get it, which, spoilers, not as often as you'd think.
Yeah. Same here, for sure.
Yeah. So please check out patreon.com/nomorewhoppers. Kick in some bucks. Look, if you're listening to this, you probably already do, and thank you God bless. More info at drawgamepod.com as well. And if you do subscribe on the Patreon at the $5 tier or higher, you get Draw Game Type S, our bonus show where we talk about subtitled Japanimation based on video games. Our first episode of that just came out. It is about Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
The Japanese sensation.
It's big in Japan.
It is. You can hang out with us on our Discord. There's probably a link at drawgamepod.com or thereabouts.
There is, yeah.
nomorewhoppers.com, what have you. You can find me on the internet at pitui.org. That's also my Blue Sky. That's PITOHUI.org. That's where I post most of my stuff. Twitch.tv/hoodedpitui. That's where you can find me streaming JRPGs or Resident Evils or what have you. Raymond, where can we find you?
My website and Blue Sky is rdbaaa.space. It's an outer space, not the space bar character. That's about it. And I also make video games at my game company, Bipedal Dog, bipedal.dog. Check it out. I got a Steam and Switch game called Blast Rush LS. It'll probably never get an anime based on it, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, go play Blast Rush LS.
Illis.
Do you like explosions? It's got them.
Thank you, Alex.
Anytime. Thank you, listeners, for listening. Please join us next time. Until then, Ryoma realizes he's got more than swords to get through Lundo Customs.
My blow.